Let's dive into add completed work a little more. Let's first look at this video. We're going to access this only in the My Operations app. We know it would be interesting, and we're considering how to get this into the web experience, but this is where we started. So from home in My Operations, you're going to see this plus button right here. Once you touch that button, the workflow begins, and you'll be able to select a field, add in a variety, put in a rate. You can select the unit type, select a date. Additionally, if I would have shown it, you could also add the time. I'll let that keep running while I walk through this. So we access it through home. I want to remind you that all of the products are going to come from Product Manager, all the varieties, all the tank mixes. Right now, customers are going to need to go back into the web to add that. And we know it's not ideal, but for customers who maybe have all their products in there, that will work. Further, we have plans, and we are working right now on adding the ability to add products and tank mixes from your device. So a little bit of, since we're at Ask the Expert, here's a little bit on how this works. Really what we've devised is we have an app that runs behind the scenes that simulates a display actually running over this field and doing the work. So what this results in is that data is actually just real data. It's real display data that works throughout our system, and it goes everywhere. It just works like a display did. It essentially is covering the whole boundary and nothing but the boundary. A boundary is required, and the amount of acres will be the boundary acres. We know there's a request, and we know we will get lots of requests to be able to cover parts of the field. That is currently something we would like to do, but we don't have a short-term plan to do that right now. But we expect to see that maybe coming down the road. It will take a little bit of time to process because that system has to go simulate the work. I don't have a good number to share with you. I would say somewhere between 5, no more than 30 minutes, you'll be able to see that data to show up. And it will show up everywhere, including Analyze, including other people's phones, Field Analyzer Beta, third-party API. The data will show up everywhere as a work record. It does apply for engaged acres, and that's how we're going to go with this. That's important because some of your guys might not even have sprayers, and this is one way to help them get that engaged acre level up. We do know and will be able to know behind the scenes how much data is coming in from machines and how much is coming in through the app, and we'll just continue to monitor that, but we don't think there's going to be any reason long-term that we don't just keep that in the engaged acres metric. One thing you'll note is that the speed map is always going to be constant. It's just the nature of the system. We have to make a speed map to put data in. We're not going to ask you to put in speed. It's just going to be there. So we've selected a speed. You can find more information about what we've selected in our detailed release notes. A variety map, the variety locator map will work. Add in a variety, that'll put it in a combine, it's going to work. Like I mentioned, you can adjust the start time. And one thing to note is that right now it's only application, planting, and tillage. We know harvest is important, and we're working on harvest. And we expect to see harvest hopefully within 1 or 2 months come out in a future update. Should be very